New fears this morning about the Delta coronavirus variant, first spotted in India. The highly transmissible variant has now been detected in 29 states. The Pfizer vaccine is 88% effective against Delta after 2 doses, but just 33% after 1 dose. All of this happening as the nation approaches another grim milestone. ABC's Christine Sloan tracking the latest this morning.
The highly transmissible Delta variant, first spotted in India, tightening its grip on the UK, where the strain now makes up 90% of new cases. The concern here at home intensifying. The Delta variant now identified in at least 29 states, about 6% of cases, doubling from last week. Research showing the Pfizer vaccine is 88% effective against the variant after the second dose, but only 33% effective after 1 shot.
Communities that are not well vaccinated, that haven't hit vaccination targets that we're looking for, are those that are going to be most at risk of the future.
Some southern states with the lowest vaccination rates in the country. This vaccination site in Forest, Mississippi, nearly empty.
At one time, they had cars lined up all the way around getting a shot.
As the U.S. slowly approaches another staggering statistic, nearly 600,000 lives lost. Chicago and Washington, D.C., the latest major cities to fully reopen.
Reopening day, 100% capacity. I mean, there's nothing like going to a game at Wrigley Field with everybody here.
With the nation eyeing a return to normalcy, healthcare workers reflecting on the pandemic in video diaries.
If I can inspire anybody to become a nurse, do it.
Christine Sloan, ABC News, New York.
Well, it may seem like the pandemic is coming to an end, but local health experts are still urging you to be careful. Nationwide, new COVID-19 cases and deaths, they rose for a 3rd straight day on Thursday. New cases topped 20,000 for the first time in more than a week. Doctors and nurses with the University of Kansas Health System urge people to get vaccinated.
You know, their lives are going to be less impacted the more and more we go. So I think that my main concern is unvaccinated folks will continue to have a false sense of security.
Doctors are concerned that those who have recovered from COVID-19 may not have strong and long-lasting immunity as those who do get their shots. If you live in the state of Missouri and you've been getting that extra $300 a week from the federal government and unemployment help, that's going to end tonight. The change impacts more than 1 million Missourians. Governor Mike Parson announced the end of those benefits last month, saying that he believes the extra help is keeping people from going back to work. The payments will stop tonight at 11:59 p.m. Over on the Kansas side, if you haven't renewed your driver's license since the start of the pandemic, your time is running out. Last March, the state extended the expiration dates on any licenses from March 12th of 2020 through the end of this month. As of the 1st of the month, Governor Laura Kelly's office says there are still 45,000 Kansans who need to renew those licenses, and you've only got a couple of weeks to do it. 7:36 right now. Federal regulators have told Johnson & Johnson that 60 million doses of its COVID-19 vaccine made at a troubled Baltimore facility cannot be used because of possible contamination. The FDA will allow 10 million doses to be used in the U.S. and other countries, but with a warning label attached to it. A consumer alert this morning, the high price for new and used cars, it's still going up, and they aren't going to go down anytime soon. That low supply is a big part of the problem. J.D. Power says the average new car price hit a record in May. And the demand is also adding stress to the industry as auto plants are closing or running at reduced production because of that computer chip shortage. Strong sales and limited supply. That's feeding that price boom. Basic economics, right? Right now, Johnson County, Kansas reports that 46% of its population is fully vaccinated. It's above 34% in Kansas City, Missouri, Jackson County, and in Clay County. It's 33% in Platte County, and it's above 28% in Cass and Wyandotte counties. Sporting Kansas City wants to help more people in the metro get vaccinated, so it is holding a vaccination clinic during today's match. That clinic is going to be available to anybody eligible and in attendance at Children's Mercy Park. Fans who get vaccinated, they'll receive a free scarf and be entered to win a match-worn jersey from a sporting player. The team plays Austin FC this afternoon at 2 o'clock. If you can't make that clinic and still want to get a vaccine, you can go to KNBC.com, click the How to Get a Vaccine tab to find a clinic near you.